Hey guys, I'm Jocelyn. Welcome to my studio. So today's video, I'm going to be going through the first 2-ish weeks of my sketchbook. I was going to film this video on Friday, but I got too busy and honestly forgot. I was supposed to, that was exactly 2 weeks from when I first started this, so... But anyway, this is my 2019 sketchbook. Now, I've never completed a sketchbook before, as in I've not kept up with it the whole year. I have so many sketchbooks tucked away in places that I've started, didn't like how I started them, and then just gave up because I felt like I'd ruined it at the start. This year I'm trying not to do that. I'm just trying to, every time I do a little sketch, I have a little idea or anything, I'm putting it in here, and I'm trying not to get rid of things. I got rid of one piece of paper already, but that was only because I tried to use some watercolours in this, and I used way too much water, and it was basically going to seep through the whole sketchbook, so I had to get rid of it. But anyway, first I just thought I'd quickly go through what I have on the front. If you see me looking at the screen, it's so I know I'm in shock, because I'm not used to being on camera. So first off, I'll rest it on my shoulder, that's a good one. So we'll go that way, yeah, we'll go left to right. So up here, we've got some art by an artist called Emily Artful. She's also called that on YouTube. This is also her art here. She's just really inspiring. Her and Chloe Rose art and Drawing with Waffles are they're the three that have really inspired me to start my own channel. But Emily was the one that first gave me the spark. So put her artwork on my sketchbook just to give me a little bit of oomph. This one here is by Draw with Jazza, or Josiah Brooks, or Jazz Studios, depending on his website, his Twitter, or YouTube. I started watching him last September, October, yeah, because I was watching him through Inktober last year, and he's the reason I was able to keep up with Inktober, because he was inspiring to me. So he's on there. I just did a little doodle, and then I cut it out and stuck it there. That's just something I did for fun. Should probably do that. It's probably better. Yeah. Oh yeah, I also like sealed it in with gloss stuff. But so that little thing's by me, just because I thought it was cute. On the background, we've got a starry night over the river Rhone. Rhone? I think it's Rhone. I always pronounce it wrong. If I've got it wrong, I'll put it like somewhere. I think it's River Rhone. Anyway, yeah. It might be Lake Rhone. Anyway, Vincent van Gogh is my favourite artist. Period. He's just a wonderful person, and I felt his story is so sad to me because it rings true to a lot of things that I've gone through and my mum has gone through. So anyway, he's very important. That's why he's like the main glue that holds all these pictures together. You've then got Frida Kahlo. 2 pictures by Frida Kahlo. I did technically censor this one. She would normally have her nipples out. Just because I knew I'd be showing this on YouTube, and I know the way YouTube has gone lately, anything slightly it's dead. Even though nipples are completely natural. But anyway, it's 2 images by Frida Kahlo. I chose these 2 because this one, if you don't know her story, go look it up. Her story was just a fantastic story of strength and determination, and especially as a female artist during the time that she lived, she didn't get much recognition really. Like, the only showing of her stuff was right near the end of her life. So just anyway, she's fantastic. So that's when she felt her most broken and her most damaged. And then I've also used one where she was clearly feeling more positive about herself. So it's to remind yourself that even though you may be damaged, you can still make it back, which is also what the Take Care is about. I've also got a quote from her at the bottom. It's at the end of the day, we think we can endure much more than we think we can. Which sounds a little bit like suck it up, but it's not. It's more like, even though you're going through hardships, and I've been through plenty, and I probably will continue to go through them, you can make it out the other side, even though it feels like all hope is lost when you're in the moment. So the next one I've gone through, the next 2 I've gone through, this is by an artist called Snowsaw, I think is her Tumblr name. I only know her Tumblr name. She does these really cute little creatures. I don't know if you can see that. Please focus, camera. Oh, anyway. So she does these cute little characters. So the bottom one, I think it's like an axolotl dragon. I think is what she called it. And then the top one's a bit like a ram. They're so cute. I keep wanting to buy stickers and stuff of hers to stick on this or on my computer or whatever. But even cheap as they are, I don't have any money. They've been in my favourites for so long. And I just don't have the money. So they're here, but I'll link all these artists down below, well, the ones that are alive. This is another artist here, the eyes and the skull, by an artist called Pixie Cole. I do actually have a commission she did for me, but it's not here, it's up in the loft, it's safe, because I still don't have something to have it framed. She's probably the first artist I ever saw that I'd classify as like an internet artist, as in that's where they've come from. They've made their name and is predominantly from the internet and social media. She's got a great story as well, so you should definitely look at her. And she's just there is a theme of hardship and inspiration on this, and the artists I seem to like. So yeah, that's the front of it, and there's this little cat at the bottom that came off a birthday card, I think. So that is the front of my sketchbook. Now there is another artist on the inside, and the reason she's not on the outside is just because she didn't fit the theme. But that's only the reason. So I'm probably gonna butcher this, but I think it's either Katana, Katana comics. Anyway, so she makes these little cute comics, right? And my boyfriend looks like that. Now, I don't have the long hair, but the woman, you all look pretty much the same shape, because her characters are very simple, but in a good way. This one specifically, when we first started dating, I'd get like so excited and feel so much love for my boyfriend that I'd just like, I just bite him, and he couldn't understand why, and he still doesn't quite get it. But I think it's called cute aggressions, where something is so cute or lovely you just want to destroy it for some reason, which sounds really mental, but it's a true thing. That's why you see when a cat, it's all something cute, you're like, oh my god, I can't even. That's that thing. So anyway, her and her boyfriend clearly have the same thing. Also, there's a few little extra ones, I don't know if you can see that, but basically they're holding hands. Oh, this is the other side. So they're holding hands, he lets go to check the time, and she feels like the world has ended, and then he holds her hand again, it's all good. That is literally how me and boyfriend feel. Not necessarily holding hands, because he's taller than me and I've got short legs, so like we don't walk in the same stride, but when we're close together we feel nice and safe. As soon as we're separated for any reason, it's like I'm alone in the world. Sounds super dramatic, but when you've been through stuff you can end up like that. And then the other one is a similar one, so the battery's really low at the end of the day, long stressful day, then they hug each other and then she's all recharged again. So that's literally like, we call it recharging, like, oh, I'm depressed, or I feel really bad, or I just had a bad game of League of Legends, I need a hug. So that's why she's there, so because she's amazing. So let's go through. First page we've got, I was trying to do like a school spy, like not like Totally Spies where it's like jumpsuits and stuff, more I don't know if anyone's ever seen Debs. It's real old, it's not really a great film, but it introduced me to the idea of lesbians on screen. Anyway, so I just tried to design some kind of like anti-hero-esque, she's not like, anyway, like an anti-hero schoolgirl, so I was going through different boots and stuff and that kind of thing. Like I really like these ones here, like I'd really love some kind of boots like that. And I was also playing with my gold Winsor Newton ink because, oh my god, it's so pretty. Like I've not had it that long, I mean it's separated at the moment, but I've already used quite a lot of it. What else do we have? Oh yeah, so I was trying to work on my couples sketches. They're not great, but I'm really bad at drawing people together, like faces together, because I'll draw one person and realise they're either too far over or they're too close to the middle, and then when I draw the other person it's not going to line up, and or they're too far apart. Like I think, yeah, this one here, she's supposed to be kissing her face, and I just started drawing them too far apart. What was this one? Oh yeah, my friend had a baby at the end of December, and so I was trying to think of, like, I was going to draw her like a little, I already drew a big painting, but I was trying to think of drawing like a little baby something for her, but I couldn't quite think of a cohesive idea, so I was just drawing from some references I found. Also, I was going to turn this one into a little mushroom baby. I don't know if you remember, but there was a craze kind of, I think it was in the 90s or so, there was like pictures of babies and like flowers and stuff. My mum had one on her wall, and I was trying to draw like a mushroom version of that. So anyway, that was quite cute. Oh yeah, so this is when my video metallic pencil, so just before I filmed that, I did a very quick, like, this is for my sketchbook. Not when I filmed that, after I filmed that, because I realised the piece of paper I did it on was too big. I'm like, I didn't want to cut up, it's quite nice paper, I thought I could use that some other way, so I used like normal paper and then some black paper. You know, they're alright pencils, but I was just trying to work them into a few little sketches of some different hairstyles I was trying to use. This one doesn't really work because her ears aren't quite like out enough, so it kind of looks like she's wearing a cloth on her head or something. But yeah, so what else do we have? Oh yeah, I really like this one. I kind of wish I'd not done this on this paper because it's not watercolour paper, but I'm so proud of this. So this is off the back of that other one, of the trying out the watercolour pencils. I think these are all watercolour pencils. Yeah, they are. So this is done with the watercolour pencils, and as you can see, well, they're not watercolours, sorry, the metallic pencils. It's slightly metallic, but the shininess is actually coming from me diluting the gold ink and then putting it, where's the light, there it is. Don't know if you can really see, but oh yeah, you can sort of see on her face. So anyway, I drew this out, painted it with the watercolour pencils, and then I went over with the gold ink. So I really love this. I think I might draw her again. Like, you know, it's because it's very, very rare you do actually draw something you're like, I 100% love it. You're always like, oh, I could have done this, oh, I could have done that, but no, I love this. I'm really, really happy with it. Oh yeah, so this is me trying out some sketches for, I was trying to draw myself. Excuse me, I was trying to draw myself as like a Viking, Old Norse type era in that kind of thing. The skulls are freaking awful. When I look actually at the drawing I did and then I look at the skulls, I'm like, what the hell? I obviously used, I think I used that for a story time. Or I talked over it. I might have just time-lapsed it. There is a video of me drawing this anyway. So these were just my little sketches, trying to put myself in that. It's not too bad. I think I got my dimple and stuff quite right. And then if I go over a page, yeah, so that's the actual finished drawing, which obviously took me a lot longer, but the skull's really good on this. It's shiny because I thought it'd be really good if I do sketches and then I can put in a plastic wallet and actually put the drawing that I did based off the sketches, so then it's all one cohesive thing, and I can still take the drawings out if someone wants to buy them, or I need to scan them, or I want to put them in a portfolio at the end of the year or whatever. But anyway, super proud of that. I ended up adding a little bat because initially when that wasn't there, because of where her hand is, there was this big white gap here. I just looked really off balance. It just looked weird. So anyway, very, very proud of that. Very, very happy. I'm Aries, by the way. That's why it's a ram skull, because Aries ram. Yeah. This isn't sketches. This is me like figuring out my name and where it came from. So it originally came from Old Norse, then Norwegian, then Old German, then Swedish Finnish, and then Danish, Swedish, Finnish, German, Norway, and all them. So that was just me finding out my name and different rooms and stuff. And then I think I did. Yeah, I did start to do the same for my boyfriend on the back. But his is much more boring because his name's Robert, which is Robert in German, and then it comes from literally like Hod, Hood and Bert, basically. I can't do terrible accent. It's whatever, you know. Then I drew, when I was doing the video about my mum, I thought, okay, well, I know I want to do a video about her, so I'll do like a mother-daughter thing, and following on the Norse theme, I just did a quick little mum and daughter, like, out picking flowers and what have you. So I'm quite high. Do you know what's quite nice as well? The way Copics go on this paper, even though this is not marker paper by any means, it doesn't actually go through that much, and it glides on. I can't describe it. It doesn't quite seep in. I don't know how to describe it. It's actually kind of nice to do. So the next thing, I don't have any sketches for this because I literally just drew it on the fly. It's two other Viking ladies, which was in my last video I did where I was just rambling, I think. So this is the lesbian warrior and shield maiden. In my head she's quite stoic, and then you've got this like bubbly like hi eyes kind of thing. I like drawing thick girls because I'm a thick girl, and they're more fun to draw than skinny girls. Although skinny girls are actually really hard to draw because there's not many curves to work with. So I am planning on doing more on different body types. This is me trying to decide like a mascot for my channel, kind of, because like every single YouTuber has a little mascot, and I'm like, I want one. So this is who I've come up with so far. I had a few names. Sparks was the one I originally thought of, but I don't know if it sounds too aggressive or not. So I've gone with Lumi so far, but I don't know if that sounds too cutesy or not. But I kind of like Sparks. Originally I was going to call it Pyro, but there's Pyrocynical, and I didn't think that would be a good idea. So anyway, there's this little cat, and I've drawn her in like fire colours, because like I really like fire, which makes it sound crazy, but I'm not. It's a nice set of, yeah. So next thing I've started doing, which I did record, but when I dragged it into Vegas Pro to start to edit it, for some reason I lost like 70% of the footage, so don't know what I'm going to do with that, so that's annoying. But anyway, this is Abigail from Stardew Valley. Someone gave me this idea on Reddit. So there's a few different poses. She's my favourite, by the way, that's why I decided to draw her specifically. There's a few different poses. There's one here where there's like sword over the back, but I thought that was a little too confident for Abigail because she's quite shy about things. She's like a bit of a loner, a bit of a nerd, a bit of a gamer and that kind of thing, like me, so I think that's why I liked her. So anyway, a few different poses, one with the sword up. There's this one here where she's like sort of shyly looking over, and then I did a few more here as well. So it's the same pose. I'm trying to also work on like, because I have a habit, I'll literally just see a person, see a pose reference, and I'll just start drawing. I won't work out the anatomy of it. That's why sometimes I'll find that my foreshortening is wrong, or the hands are too small or too big or whatever. So I've been trying more with my sketches to actually like figure out the joints and the bones before I then draw over it. And I also start drawing with different colours, so I know like what should be at the front, what should be at the back. I think, oh no, I do have one more thing in there, but I will show the finished drawing, which another one I'm super proud of. I was originally going to add some gold to her like jumper, but I changed my mind. This isn't what she wears in the video game. She wears like a blue or green sort of cardi looking thing, or like black top and black pants. But I don't know, I was going through this like winter fall collection of fashion I found. I don't even remember what designer it was. This isn't by them, but I just really like those kind of like autumny warm colours, and then I've contrasted it with the blue background and the purple of her hair. So that's another one I'm super proud of. Have I signed that? Yeah, I have. I thought I'd not signed it then. So I'm really proud of this. I really like this one. This one I did yesterday. This was another one I was originally just doing it for fun, and then decided to record it and then lost the footage.
Why are we still here? Just to suffer?
So that's pretty much all. I do have one last thing which I will show. because no one's gonna see this video in that community, so I don't have to worry about spoiling anything. So there is a YouTuber called James Marriott, who he should be hitting 500k subscribers in the next like week or two maybe. I think he's on 487. So anyway, to get ready for that, I've drawn him some fan art. I've drawn him some fan art before, but this one I'm quite proud of. So I've just done his name and then the fruits from his hoodie, and then he's got like a little 500k bubble. So I've basically drawn him in my style, which is simple. But the best thing is, so I've done like a gold outline around the whole thing, which is so cool. Where's the light? There it is. Look how cool it is. Woo! So I really love that. I think I might start doing this as theme, like whatever I draw. Because I know some people, like I think I did it on the Abigail one. Find it. Yeah, so I got this idea from... I think it's Drawing with Waffles. I think she does this. She'll have like a background and then she'll do like a white outline. Which, you know, it's nice, but it's not really me, I don't think. You know, because it's her thing, and the best way to learn is to emulate people and then find your own thing. And I think I might have found it doing the gold around the thing. I just had like a random... Can't keep losing the light. Here we go. I really like that, and I know there's like a silver and I think there's a bronze version of this. So I think I might start doing that, and that can be like my signature or whatever. Anyway, so that's... What's the date today? I think it's 21st, something like that. And I started this on the 4th. So it's just over 2 weeks in. So that's not bad. I'm doing quite well. Hope to see... I think I'll do these pretty regularly because it's good to keep it updated. And then I can look back on these in hopefully a year or just under a year's time, and I can see how far I've come. So that'll be really cool. How have I done that? I don't know. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed watching this. Let me know if any of you are doing sketchbooks, and if you are, how are you doing them? I know some people have been doing those bullet journal type things, but that's too organised for me. I'm not that organised. I need it to be more chaotic, so when things go wrong, I can just say, oh, it's just part of the plan. Mum used to call me organised chaos. Yeah, I'd say that's fair. Anyway, thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave me a comment letting me know what you thought. And yeah, like, comment, subscribe, all that. Bye bye!